Alright, it is the morning time. I believe it is right here, 8:43 a.m. in Tokyo, and I am doing my charting my laptop. Right now with my cousins, but I'm in the room alone. The room is pretty small, by the way. Pretty small. But I am trying to chart my levels today. I mean, right now it's, let's say, right now it's 8:43, right? But it is like 13 hours ahead. So right now it would be like 7 p.m. in Toronto time. I didn't take any trades on Monday and Tuesday, but I'm just trying to review the markets. I'm trying to take screenshots of my charts like I always do and review my analysis. If I could take any trades, if I could have learned anything new. Internet is kind of slow, so I don't know if I'm really going to take any trades in this trip, and I'm going to be away for like 3 weeks, so it's going to be a little insane. But so far it is March 26th, and the screen is a little different, you know. It's pretty small, kind of hard to chart my levels. You can see the market is going up, it is making newer highs, but I am not too confident in these trades because I don't really see intraday break and retests, but we'll see. So I took a setup here. I tried showing this 559 on the SPY, this level here on the QQQ. It lined up with the NASDAQ, but it did hold the ES 5650. That's probably why I lost. I go to the 30-minute chart on the ES. It is holding this 5650. It holds it right here, but since it did a proper break and retest, I probably did lose. Probably didn't wait long enough for that shit, but I'm just gonna end the month here. What the hell, you're gonna get lost in this thing. Yen the city. I want to get this. Let's see. Got some cherry peach soju. I got some ramen. I got beer. Mix these two together. Tuna onigiri.
They're making it. It's already made. No room, I guess.
Yeah. Hey guys, it's Will. Welcome to the channel. I'm a part-time day trader trying to become a full-time. I'm finally back from Japan. You guys are probably not going to notice because I've been trading every day. It's been a while since I made videos. I mean, obviously you guys see that I uploaded videos, but those were pre-uploads. It feels a little weird. It feels weird to be back home, but I do miss the charts. I do miss my trading in my big screen and on my computer, but it is a very different experience over there. I'm trading around the world. I'm trading across different countries, different time zones, and it is really different, but it feels nice to be able to trade even when I'm on vacation. So I do have some clips while I was in Japan, but I did not really film too much. At first I thought the internet was bad, so I wasn't really going to trade, but I did find better internet and I was able to trade every single day. So you guys saw my setup. I brought my MacBook. I was trading on there. The screen is definitely a lot smaller and it was harder to trade. It was just harder to chart the levels, but it is the same way, same trading strategy that I always do every single day, which is the break and retest. I am going to break down the month of March. We can see here that we do have 5 green days and 2 red days, which is pretty good. But I am on the privacy mode. I got to remove that real quick. I am going to change it into dollar amount. And we can see up here, we are up $43 for the month. My trade win percentage is 62.5. So I am winning more than I'm losing, at least for my trades. My profit factor is above 1, is at 1.49. Day win percentage is 71.43 and my average win to loss is 0.89. I would like that to be a little higher, but it is what it is. I'm winning more than I'm losing, so that's why I'm green. So for me, this is a big month. If I go back to February, this is where I had a lot of red days. We can see here on the last week of February, we did have a green week, but usually after that was all red. So now it is changing. I was down on February, but I am back up to green on March, which is nice. Finally back to profitable, at least for this month. And I'm trying to keep going, keep trying to be consistent and disciplined. Right now it is April 17th when I'm filming this, and I will break down more of my trades in my upcoming videos, but this will just be a March breakdown. So I do believe that I did a trading recap on this week, which was the 3rd week of March, but I did not make it for this week is because that's the week that I went to Japan and I only did take 1 trade. The first couple days, it was obviously I was in the plane, so I could not take a trade, and I didn't really see any setups on the other days, but my internet was bad. And when my internet was actually fine, I was able to take a setup, but I was not too happy about the trade. I don't have live trades because I did not record any of the videos. I was trying to take trades and just enjoy my vacation. Before I dive into that trade, I was about $40 profitable, and you can see this day was basically break even, so it didn't even matter if I didn't take any trades that day, but we can see that I'm up $40. So if I click on this trading day, which was the March 28th, we can see that I did take 1 loss and 1 win. The first trade I took was a loss. It is 40%, which that is more than I wanted to. Here's the 30-minute charts. I apologize if it looks a little small. It's because my MacBook is small. We can see that we are holding this structure right here. This is the 565, and we can see the pre-market is holding. The same goes to the SPY, which we are holding this level. This ES, we're holding this level, and the NASDAQ, we are holding this level in the pre-market. So what I'm looking for is a break and retest. So I'm looking for this breakdown and then for it to retest so I can short it. Same goes to every single market, this breaking down the level, and then I can play retest short. Here's the 30-minute view of the QQQ. We can see that the market structure is right here. It is the 47 to 42, but we see in the pre-market is breaking down this box, and we can look for a retest short here, but I did not take it there. I waited for the next structure break, which was the 476.50. I was waiting for this to break down and then retest this level and play for a short right there. Here's a 2-minute on the QQQ now. So I was waiting for the next structure break, which was the 476.50, like I said earlier. But we can see that we did not really give a retest, did not really come back to retest this level. It just kind of went straight down. So I did not take any trade then. But then I can wait for the next structure break, which was the 472 break. But we did not really get a proper breakdown and retest. But I did try shorting it, and that's why I lost. So now here's the 4 charts. Did not really get a proper clear break and retest of the 472. We can see that it's the 473. I did try using the SPY instead, so I tried shorting the 559. As you see, my entry is the green arrow. This is where I tried shorting the level. Once it started retesting, I tried shorting it, but we do see that the continuation wasn't there and it got bought back up, and that's when I lost. I probably lost because it wasn't as clear. We see that the ES was still holding this low right here, and that's why I probably lost. And I was thinking, why did I take that trade? I did also try to take it when it was going down. When you take the trade when it's actually starting to work, that's when you risk more. That's why I did lose more. I was trying to get it when the candle was red. I started getting it when it was low like this. I was risking more than 50 cents, and that's why I was risking a bit too much. After that trade, I was pretty pissed because I'm on vacation, right? I'm pretty pissed. I'm like, holy shit, why did I even take that trade? And I did lose $40, right? I think I lost about $40 on this trade. I was like, damn, I was profitable and I just lost the trade, and now I'm basically break even. But I'm a little green for the month, but I'm telling myself, what the hell am I even doing? I was doing really well this month, and this one whole trade just took off everything, and it was just only one trade, and this could have just affected my whole trade. This was still the first week of Japan. I was like, this trip is not going to be good anymore because my whole mindset is just messed up. I could have just not taken any trades. The thing about trading is you have to take your shots when you think a setup is good. When it is your A+ setups, you can't just be scared of taking trades just because this is happening, this is happening. I could just skip the whole week. I could have just not trade the whole month of March, or like the last week of March, and not even trade until I come back. But if the setups are there, then I have to take it. I don't want to miss trading. I could have taken time off, but I know this is the skill. This is the thing I want to do. This is my passion, so I want to keep trading. And I know that March could have been done. I could have just say it's a profitable month, but I can't really say it's a profitable month if I'm skipping 2 weeks of March. That doesn't really make sense, right? I had to make sure I trade every time when I see a setup, and then if I'm profitable that month, then it's actually true. I'm actually profitable that month. I can't just have so many good trades and then be green for 2 weeks, then later just not trade because I want to be profitable. That does not make sense. I had to trade the whole month to actually know that I am profitable that month. I had to stay true to myself that I am consistent for the month. I can't just be skipping days just because I want to be green. I can't just have a number in my head. I just have to keep trading and not base it off my P&L. If the setup is there, then I gotta take it, and I just gotta keep doing that and just keep staying consistent. So after that trade, I was about to sleep, and it was getting really annoying because I was down, right? And it's normal. No one really likes losing. If you're losing, then a lot of things are going in your head, like, why did I lose the trade? Why did I take that trade? And I think I got more annoyed that I took the trade is because I risked a lot more than I should have, and I know that. It's really hard to believe a setup will happen when it's going close to your zone, when it's going close to the level that you're supposed to get out. When it's actually working, when the trade is actually working, that's when you want to get in. Usually, that's how your mind plays with you. When a trade is actually working, you're believing it more that's gonna work. But when you're believing it more, but then you're risking a lot more. Here's the second setup that I actually took, and now we can start seeing it to be more clear. We're starting to see the market actually break down this level right here, which is the 472. We see that the market breaks back above the SPY level, which is right here. That's where I lost my trade. And then it failed to hold the level again for 559. And then what I do, I wait for the break and retest. I wait for the breakdown of this level. I wait for the retest, which was this level right here. I wait for the retest, and then I take my short. You can fully see right here that it is more clear than the other trade that I took. The market is breaking down lower. Even the NASDAQ is breaking down here. And the ES is still kind of holding a little bit, but I believe that the other market is stronger. I believe that the market is weak, and that's why I took my trade. you can see that the market was getting close to this level right here, and I knew that I had to just take my shot, and it worked out beautifully. I did risk a little bit less on this trade because I knew that the market could get back up to this 473, and that'll be risking like $1. And I knew that I had to give the risk, so I took lesser size. I was pretty tired, but I was telling myself I really believe this trade is gonna work, and I just gotta stick to it, and hopefully my target gets hit and I later can sleep. I knew that I was getting tired, but I just knew that this trade was gonna work out, and I think my target was like 60% or 70%, and then I just put a target there, and if it hit, then I'll be fine. But I was like closing my eyes waiting for the trade to hit, and somehow the trade just went instantly. It went like maybe 2 minutes into the trade, and we can see that the market was just tanking all the way down here, and I got a nice trade. And then when I won that trade, I was back up to green and I was happy. You can see that the market did go to the actual demand zones, but I wasn't gonna actually hold that long. I don't have contracts to scale it like that, but eventually in the future I would. So that was the Friday. I did take a loss right here, 40%, and then I did win a 74% here, which was nice. I was basically break even. If I did take the proper size, the same size, then I would be at least like $20 up or $30 up. I checked the sizes for the trade. First trade I used about $97, and the second trade I used like $55. So I did trade a lot less because I was thinking about risking more, and I was thinking of like I had to give it more time. So I did risk a little bit less. I was so happy that I was able to break even and be profitable for the month, because even though it was not a good day, I was still happy that I was able to show up. I was still able to place a good trade and still make money, even though I did just have a break-even day. It's just for myself, like a psychology thing, knowing that I still can make money. I can still take trades and follow my plan and follow my setup, because if I just lost that trade, then I would just be barely break even. I barely can call myself like profitable for the month. Another thing is, even if I took a small trade and I only won like a $1, I was still able to place a good trade in. Even though I, like, let's say I sold early, I'll still be somewhat happy because I was still able to place a good trade but just not follow it through, then just take no trades at all. And that is my trading month. If you guys want to see the full breakdowns of each week, then you guys can watch my past videos. I do have full breakdown videos of each trade. The last week I only did take one trade. I wasn't able to take some of the trades in the week because the internet was bad, or I was just on the plane. But because some of the days there was no setups at all, so it didn't really matter. But every day I was still charting and journaling the trades. So I am up $43 this month. I am happy that I'm profitable. I'm happy that I'm changing my habits. If you guys watched my other video of me just ranting about my market structure and why I kept losing, I've been following more market structure. I've been trying to learn from my mistakes. I'm trying to really dial in my levels and look at the charts and look at market structure, and we can see that it is paying off. And hopefully this is the start of me being more consistent and just getting 1% better every day. And that being said, what I like to say is, how you do one thing is how you do everything. Keep staying disciplined, keep staying consistent, and let's just get 1% better every day. And I'll see you in the next one.